Today, I'm reviewing RitFit's new bench, the BWB02. And this thing is a tank. This bench comes in two sizes, 60 by 60 or 75 by 75. Mine is the 75 by 75. It has a 2,000 pound weight capacity. I'm gonna put it to the test in this video with 405 pounds on the Smith bar. I'm gonna show you the three things that I did with this bench that you can't do with any normal bench without the adjustable head part. All right, let's get started. The bench comes mostly pre-assembled. You just have to attach the rear base support and bolt on the pads, and that's it. Once assembled, it weighs 99 pounds. The seat has three positions, 0, 15 degrees, and 30 degrees. The back has 10 different angle adjustments, including one at a negative angle. The headrest has 9 different adjustment settings, and my first thought on that was, why would you need 9 different adjustment settings for this rest? As you lower the back angle to different levels, you want to be able to adjust that headrest so that if you lower the back down to here, you want to be able to adjust the headrest just a bit. A lot of the things you'll use that headrest for is making it flat. So you can do different chest supported exercise, whether it's spider curls or rear delts. One thing I always check when I get a new bench is that it rolls easily. I like to check it to see where it starts to roll. So right here, so you can see it'll roll at a low angle, whether you're just grabbing it here and then shuffling it over to your other machine like this, or you got it at a high angle. You got 5.
Baby, you get any higher.
You could use it for almost like a preacher curl to support your arm for doing preacher curls. The biggest benefit of the headrest was being able to move it out of position completely. I used to always just avoid any exercises where I was facing the bench, but sometimes I like to do a back exercise with the cables where I will do like a rowing exercise where you got the cables and you're facing the bench. And normally your face is just smashed into that bench. Whereas when you get that deep stretch at the end, you don't want to have your face smashed into the backrest. You want to get his full stretch and be able to lean over. Well, when you move the headrest out of the way, you can get the full stretch at the end. And then it got me doing more things. Like I did the rear delts with facing the bench, so I could have my chest supported while I did my rear delts with the cables. I was even able to do seated overhead rope tricep extensions, which I could not do before with my old bench. The BWB01, the one I'm sitting on right here, this red one, this bench has a 1,300 pound weight capacity and the 02 has a 2,000 pound weight capacity. Side by side with the BWB01, you can see they made the back taller. And it's just more heavy duty in every way, from the front handle to the backrest support. And it has these cool looking logo cutouts. When I first got it put together, it had a little play in the bench, like you could jiggle it a little bit side to side when you were moving it up and down. When it was in position and you started pressing on it, solid as a rock. That's because the backrest and the seat rest have one main bolt that secures them to the lower uprights. If you tighten that bolt, it'll remove all the play in the bench. So it's just a solid, smooth, no side to side jiggle when you're adjusting it. If you get that bolt too tight, it creates resistance in the seat and in the back, so that when you're moving it into place, you now get a little bit of resistance. So you got to find the sweet spot. For me, I got it tight enough to take out the play, but not so tight that when I moved the backrest, that the seat came up. The same thing with the headrest. The headrest, when I first got it, it felt like wobbly. I tightened that bolt up, took all the wobble out, and now that headrest is solid. The ability to store it upright is super cool. It's nice to be able to set the bench up on its end and stick it into your rack, so it takes up no extra space when you're not using it. This bench is a tank. It is a beast of a bench, and it looks awesome. When I was under load with 405 pounds on this thing has no sway, no rock. It is solid. The only negative about this bench is the cost. It's almost $200 more than the BWB01, which is the one I'm sitting on here. For me, it comes down to, is it worth that extra money to have that headrest that adjusts? You get the extra stability, that's a given. If you want the ability to do exercises where you're facing the bench, like chest supported rows, rear delt movements, and not have the headrest smashing you in the face, and you want the most stable bench that money can buy, then this might be the bench for you. But if price is more of a factor and you just want a sturdy, stable bench on a budget, then the BWB01, you can't go wrong. Thank you, RitFit. I love my BWB02 bench. It's definitely the beefiest, baddest bench that I have ever had in my garage gym. That's all I got. More cool stuff to come. Keep grinding.